This meditation is an invitation to slow down and turn toward the parts of you that work the hardest to keep things together. In internal family systems, these are called manager or protective parts. The ones that plan, monitor, push, organize, or stay vigilant so that you don't feel overwhelmed, ashamed, rejected, or out of control. Rather than trying to change or quiet these parts, this practice is about understanding them, appreciating what they've done to help you survive, and offering them something that they rarely receive: calm presence and not judgment. The purpose of this is not to force any insight or to make anything happen here. The goal is just simple contact. Listen, notice, and let those protectors know that they don't have to carry everything alone. So let's start by taking a few deep breaths. See if you can follow my pace. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, long exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, long exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Allow your body to just settle wherever you're sitting or lying down. Give yourself a moment to just actually really land here. Not managing, not performing, not fixing, just arriving. And as you breathe, let your consciousness drift inward. Not forcing anything, just noticing what's already present. Somewhere inside, there are parts of you that are working very hard, probably harder than anyone even realizes. Planners, organizers, drivers, the ones that keep you moving, the ones that keep that eternal on switch. Maybe the ones that keep you safe. In IFS, these are called manager parts. You don't have to analyze them right now. Just notice if any of them pop up. And as you breathe, imagine just gently inviting any one of these manager parts to step a little bit closer. Let that part choose you, not the other way around. You may notice that your thoughts speed up. Maybe there's pressure in your chest, or tightness in your jaw or shoulders. Subtle pushing or bracing feeling. Whatever shows up is just fine. And whenever this manager part comes close, imagine asking it quietly What are you afraid would happen if you didn't do your role so intensely? And then let that question float just for a moment without pushing for an answer. Manager parts are almost always driven by fear. Not because they're dramatic, but because somewhere in your story they learned that vigilance and overfunctioning were how you survive. See if any of these fears resonate with that part that's in front of you. Maybe being overwhelmed by strong emotions. Fear of being judged, looking silly, or being rejected. Maybe disappointing someone, not being enough. Fear of the unknown for the future. Fear of being out of control. Maybe fear that old pain or shame might come up. Fear of disappointing a parent, or maybe even becoming like a parent. You don't need to choose any of those, just let that part show you what feels right. And if you sense anything, a whisper, tension, memory, just acknowledge it. You might say, "I hear you," or "That makes sense." You're not there to fix anything or argue, just listen. Take another slow breath. And just let this manager part know that you're here with it. You're not going to try to get rid of it or silence it, just to be present with it, so that it doesn't have to feel alone. You can even offer some warmth. Maybe something simple like, "I can tell that you've been carrying a lot. I see how hard you're working. You don't have to carry this all by yourself right now." What do you notice? Do you feel any difference between controlling a part and just being present with one? Even if that part softens just 1%, loosening an exhale, or maybe a little bit more space, Just notice that. And if it stays tight, that's okay too. Just give it some trust and some time. Either way, you're doing it right. Take a moment and reflect on what this manager part has done to protect you. Maybe it has pushed you to perform when collapsing wasn't an option. Kept you organized when your world felt unstable. Drove you to succeed so that you wouldn't ever feel small. Held shame by keeping you striving. Kept chaos in check, maybe. Taught you how to read the room or anticipate danger. Maybe that was the only part that was with you in moments where nobody else could be counted on. Let yourself appreciate that intention, even if the strategies have been exhausting. That intention has always been protection. And if you can, say internally, "Thank you for what you've done for me." I can see that you protected me in a way that nobody else did. I'm here with you now. Well, that won't erase exhaustion, but maybe those manager parts will soften when they feel seen instead of judged. Now scan your body and see if you notice anything. Chest, stomach, throat, maybe your shoulders or jaw or your back. Just locate with your awareness any way that that part is speaking through your body. And if you notice it, just breathe gently into that area. You're not trying to force anything to change. Just offering presence. Like saying, "I'm here with you." Stay with it for just a few breaths. And if the tension starts to soften, even slightly, just acknowledge the shift. And if it doesn't, let that part know that you understand and you're just not going anywhere. If there's even a small amount of softening, imagine that space widening. Spaciousness is how your self-energy feels. Calm, grounded, clear, steady. Let that spaciousness move toward that part. Not consuming it, still giving it some room. And if there's any gentle flow or warmth that arises, notice that too. If not, that's fine. Your presence is enough. Before we close, offer this part just one final reassurance. Something like, I won't force you to stop doing your job. Or I understand why you work so hard. Now that I see you, you don't have to carry this alone anymore. Manager parts usually relax when they know that they're not the only adult that's in the system. Let that part know that you'll check in again. Let's take one last slow breath. Let your awareness shift back into the room. Notice the weight of your body. Any of the sounds that are around you. The feeling of the ground or chair that's supporting you. And see if you can carry a little bit of that spaciousness with you as you move back into your day. Take another deep breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes.